Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Creative Emotions. I am your host, Vaquita Taylor. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You know, got to make sure. Is this mic on? No, I'm just playing. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're here. We made it. Another week. What's up? Listen. Tonight we're going to be talking about something I'm sure that's affecting everyone. Take a minute to share this. You guys can come on in. Come on in. Make sure you share this. Make sure you reach out to someone. Let them know Q on. And let them know. Mm-hmm. All right. So there is a couple of ways you guys can reach me. You can reach me at www.thecreativeemotions.com. That's www.thecreativeemotions.com. I have sponsorship opportunities if you want to broadcast your business, because, you know, we support each other, you know, and this is a platform that I can speak about your business. So you can reach me as well at creativeemotions3@gmail.com. Facebook, Creative Emotions 4, and you can reach me on IG at Q Rising and YouTube at Vaquita Taylor. This is a live show, so you can call in at 313-855-5737. You can give me a call and we can kick it. If you have any questions or if you want to get involved in this topic today is burnout. So we're going to be talking about burnout and how it's affecting us in different ways that we can get a hold of our will, our emotions, our mind. In this troubling time, it's a lot going on. And so, you know, I'll let you guys know every week, throughout this month, and even in January, I'm always going to bring things that will get your mind going, that will get you pumped up to want to change, want to do something different in your life. The things around you, if things need to shift, that you are, you know, ready to make those changes like immediately. That you don't have to wait until January. You don't have to wait until a certain time. You don't have to wait for a certain amount of money. Like, you can make certain changes right now. And so that's what I am here to bring. You're going to get these good vibes. You're going to get this motivation. You're going to get this good energy. That's what you're going to get when you listen to Creative Emotions Podcast. Again, we're going to be talking about burnout. I want to give a big shout out to WGOD and Podcastic, the network. Thank you guys so much for this platform. This is an amazing platform. If you are coming up with your own, if you want your own show, if you have something that you want to share with the world, this platform is open and ready and available to you. So reach out to them, like, for real. Hello, Fred. Give you guys a couple minutes. Come on in. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We're going to be talking about burnout. So burnout is a state of mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion caused by excessive, prolonged stress. And everybody is going through that. It can literally zap the joy out of your career, out of your friendships, and your family interactions. I know a lot of households are tense. We're looking at the different things that different parties or different roles in the house need to do. You have the fathers that feel like, I'm providing, so, you know, they don't need to be present. And you feel like the mothers, you know, trying to do everything. In this day and age, we're working as well. And so it's kind of an imbalance. And now it's like, we all just burnt out trying to, you know, find that balance. And that's why it's good in your household to just give everybody something to do. Make sure you delegate responsibility. Everybody in my house, everybody's going to cook. What do you guys want to cook? My daughters are 18, 16. My son is 13. I asked them, what is it that you want to cook? Whatever it is, let me know. Make a grocery list and I'll go get it. But everybody going to get something going on up in here. I'm not putting it all on me. And so I encourage you, start delegating that. And, you know, if you tired, your children need to know, like, I need your help. We can't always be Superman and Superwomen around them. We have to show them that we're human as well. So I told them, your turn, period, okay? Your turn. Who cooking today? And they like, oh, I cooked last time, or, so they've been going on TikTok, getting recipes. I'm like, that's what's up. My daughter cooked something real good. It was like a lasagna stuffed roll with salmon in it with Alfredo sauce. I'm like, okay, Chef Barai. She did that thing, for real. So it often occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet the constant demands. And like I'm saying, like, parenting is one of those things. It's a nonstop job, and dealing with special needs children, you have people that are dealing with autistic children, ADHD, Asperger, sickly children. I noticed that autism has, like, took over. Right? And I'm not sure where this is coming from, if it's the shots, if it's the food, or whatever it is, but I notice a lot of children are not verbal, right? And so I want to just petition everybody, when you see those different children, they out screaming and hollering and you don't know why, and you like, why is this kid screaming? A lot of these children have special needs, and it does not help when you giving the mother the stank lip, the stank eye, or you're just irritated for whatever reason. So have compassion for those parents that are dealing with special needs children, because it's hard. Trust me, it is really hard. And so, again, unable to meet constant demands as a single parent. You can be a single parent while you're married. Did you know that? You can be a single parent while you're married. That's a real thing. You have a whole husband or wife, and one or the other is doing more, right? I don't believe in the 50-50. It does not work. I don't know who made it. I just feel like you guys need to have an understanding and go from there. Like, where did this fit? It would never be 50-50. You would never have the kids 50-50. The bills would never be 50-50. Even if you take the larger bills and this person take this, it would never be 50-50. So please, enough already with it. Enough already. So when you think about the essential workers, the constant demand on it. I want to give a shout out to all the essential workers. Listen, I just want you guys to give yourselves a pat on the back. I'm sorry that they turned their back on y'all now and, kind of mandating certain things on you when you guys were out there in the field while we was at the crib chilling. I was chilling hard, planting flowers while you was out there, masks, gowns, glasses, goggles, and watching people die, right? Give a shout out to the essential workers. I'm like, even feeling like you're not good enough in your marriage and you're losing yourself. These are constant demands that are on your life. It's like, we got to do better. We got to understand what we're dealing with out here. And, if you're married, stop with the 50-50. Just know that everybody needs to put a hand in it. Just work together. That's it. So burnout, it reduces productivity and literally take over every ounce of your energy. It's important to deal with burnout right away. If you feel like, okay, I'm over this, I'm done, ask for help. Notice that that's important to ask for help. But notice that I keep talking about these kind of things because some of us need to come out the bubble. I was one of those people that did not ask for help, right? I come from a single mother home. She was a strong woman, did everything on her own, worked, paid the bills, did all that. And so naturally, I moved into that energy. And I thought it was a thing to say, I'm a strong woman or I'm an alpha female. Really, cut it. We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it. It's messing up the relationship between men and women when we start this whole, I'm an alpha female. Ain't no such thing. We just been in these roles and we just doing a little bit of extra. That's all. It ain't no such thing. They messing us up, y'all. I'm talking to my women right now. They messing us up. Come up out of there. come up out of the alpha and all that. No, we were not made that way. That's why our bodies are softer and more feminine, and that's why, we just different. We don't have to keep proving that we can be just like men or we can do what they do, and we don't have to do that. So I was that woman, right? And I used to be proud of it. Like, yes, I'm a strong woman. I'm independent. They got these songs that just messing up our heads even more, diminishing the man's role. And we like, yes, I got it. I don't need it. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. That's not helping nothing. It's actually dividing us. I was that woman, right? Over the years, I had a couple of encounters, and it was a turnoff. It's a whole turnoff for women to be so strong or feel like they don't need you and all this kind of stuff. And men don't have to tell you. Their body language will tell you enough if you listen. Like, oh, okay. You don't need me? Let me drop you off. Let me call you back. Hey, if they start cutting you off, let me call you back. No, you done messed up. Know that you done messed up. So we gotta do better. We gotta do better. So again, like I said, I was that with my children. When I had my children, I was exhausted, running all over the place. I had a few people to call, but for the most part, it was like all work and really no play. So I was like, get a babysitter so I can go to work. Get a babysitter so I can go run here, do this and that, and not really play. So I did it even burnt out. And again, I was married, but their dad was out of the house doing his thing or whatever. So it was like I had to take care of the kids and I got to go. So women, it's so hard. And I know, and I pray that you find somebody you don't have to sit there and go and make the bacon and cook the bacon and slay the bacon and feed and serve the bacon and everything else, the bacon. Hopefully, we can get to a place where we can have a little balance in our lives with that. So I used to deliver mail. And that was like one of the hardest jobs I think I had. I would work like 12 hours a day. You walk in all day. You got to be on alert for the dogs and the cats and the rats, all that. Like, you got to just be on it. So I'm out delivering mail. Then I got to pick my children up. Then I got to go to the market. I got to cook dinner. Man, them kids had so many chicken nuggets. I think I messed them up. And they was getting chicken nuggets every time I turned around. I was tired, okay? And then when I did cook, I was burning the food. I'm on the couch, like, literally falling asleep, burnt out. You hear me? Burnt out. So it's a thing, and it can happen. It can happen, and you won't even know, like, what's going on. So I had another job at the casino. I used to clean up around the machines and, finally got in the casino. I tried to get in there so many times and different things happened. That probably was the Lord like, ma'am, you don't need to be in the casino. But I finally got in there. Again, this was a midnight job. I had to work all night, get up, get the kids together, take them to school, do this, do that, try to get a little bit of sleep, get up, got to take care of stuff. And I fell asleep in the bathroom. Don't laugh at me. I fell asleep in the bathroom. It was horrible because they came, and this particular day, they gave me a walkie. They never give me a walkie. I was like, okay, they gave me a walkie. They was calling me, blowing me up. I'm in the bathroom like knocked out. They look over the stall. They get somebody else to look over the stall. So I'm, after I finished my little nap, came out the bathroom, finished my shift, they called me in the office. We found you sleeping. What? But guess what? I was burnt out. I was tired. I was exhausted. And working and taking care of children and trying to keep a house together and still trying to be everything for everybody, it's exhausting. I get it. And that's one of the reasons why I brought this topic up. Make sure you guys share this video, share with your friends, share with your family, those that may be in a position, working a job, and they feeling this overwhelming feeling like I'm just sick of everything, because a lot of people are feeling that way right now. So children will be a part of most of my conversations because, again, it's the hardest job that you will ever have, and your children are affected by what affects you. So don't think it's just you in the game, because it's not. Like, it's your children as well. It's your whole household. No matter who you have. You can have your mama, your daddy, your granny, anybody in your house, anybody that is close to you will be affected by what is affecting you. So today's show is about burnout. I want you guys to know how serious this is. And I know it may sound like, oh, whatever, but this is a serious topic. And I want to be delicate about the different things that are affecting our lives. They're silent killers that come up, they creep in, and then it messes us up. It messes up everything we got going on. So you may not be thinking about burnout. You may be thinking about, I'm going to get the bag. I'm chasing the bag because everybody pushing the bag right now. But you may need to sit down. So you need to listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your Holy Spirit, because burnout is real. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what job you have. I don't care what car you drive. I don't care what purse or clothes that you have on your body. Burnout is real, and it can affect you negatively. So this is why I'm bringing it up, and I researched a couple things to kind of contrast and just to let you know, like, there is a way to kind of pivot out of this burnout. It's a couple of ways. So the negative effects of burnout, like I said, spill over every area of your life. And so, are you on your way to burnout? So is every day a bad day? You're exhausted all the time. You feel like nothing you do makes a difference or is appreciated. I know a lot of people don't feel appreciated. A lot of men don't hear, good job or thanks, babe, because you guys are, we look at you like that's what you're supposed to do. And women are looked at like that's what you're supposed to do, whether it's cleaning the house and cooking dinner or whatever it is. People want to feel appreciated. It's okay to just say, you know what, thank you for cooking dinner today. Not that's what she's supposed to do because I'm out making the bread and this and that. Like, no, like people want to feel appreciated. Everything you do, if somebody done pick something up for you, it doesn't matter. Everybody want to feel appreciated. Men want to feel appreciated. Not just that's what you're supposed to do. Go home and make the money and bring it in. No, because some men not doing that. So appreciate the men in your life. Appreciate the women in your life. So caring about your work or home life seems like a waste of energy. Like, are you feeling these things? Because these are the things that people are suffering. Again, like, not really noticing that this is a snowball effect. This burnout will have you snapping on people. You will mess up some relationships, because you can't verbalize it sometimes. Sometimes it's just like how you feel is how you're acting. And that's where that self-control come in at as well. So sometimes even dragging ourselves out of the bed, we feel like, I need a superhero to come save me, and you just want to get away from all of this. But burnout is gradual. It's a gradual process. That's what I'm saying. It's like that snowball that just kind of trickle down. Next thing you know, it's busting down your door, and it's affecting every area of your life. It don't happen overnight. You got to watch your complaining. I notice people complain about everything. Is too hot, it's too cold, this and that and this and that. Like every little thing, you don't have to complain. Just try to watch your words, because it literally shapes everything around us. You can say something so much that it happens, and that's just the real thing. The signs are subtle at first, but progress as time goes on. So if you feel it bubbling over, immediately start to reduce the stress. Like right now, like people, places, things, like saying no, that will stop your burnout. A lot of times it's in your nature to be there for people, to want to do for people. I'm that person that people call like, I got locked out of my car. Even though they got a man, I'll be like, where your man at? I'm on my way. Where you at? Or my kids, need to be picked up. All right, well, after I pick mine up, I'm that one. But sometimes you have to say no. If you are on the brink of that burnout, you need to say no, and like really don't worry about people taking it the wrong way and you worrying about everybody else's feelings, because this is what actually leads to the burnout, because we're focused on what everybody else is thinking, what everybody else is feeling, and we're trying to do everything all at once, and it's just not worth it. So make sure you learn to say no. It's a real thing. I see you, TJ. The call will not go through for the studio number. Okay, so we got a caller. Did it go through? Hello, welcome to Creative Emotions. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, the chef.
Hi, Chef
The chef
Wilson.
Will.
How you doing? Thank you so much for calling in today. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Amen.
I enjoy this topic. I really enjoy this topic because I think we were talking about it, and I was talking to someone else about this. I don't know, is it society or is it social media that's telling you that it's okay to do the most, even when you don't? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I look at it, every time I look around, either it's a meme or it's somebody posting something, and then you get somebody else posting something, and it's like we're just what can I say? You're kind of seduced to do the most in order to seem like you're getting something accomplished, but you're really not. Other than the burnout, like you said.
Yeah, that's the truth. Really, like chasing your own tail. That's the thing. Ain't biting nothing.
Right.
And when you do bite something, you're biting your own butt, and it's trickling in your life. And you know what I'm saying? It's like it's self-sabotaging, I think, when we look at the different things that go on social media or in someone else's life and feel like we're not doing enough. I can say unconsciously for me, even over this Thanksgiving break, I know it's certain things that I have in place that I'm trying to do, but I felt inadequate just sitting there. I felt like you need to be getting up. Like it's stuff that you need to be doing. When really all I needed to do was sit there at that moment. But I could not rest in my mind. I'm like, okay, well, I can go ahead, I can work on that, and then I can, you know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes it's even unconsciously that we feel like we're not doing enough, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. No, it makes a lot of sense. I even I do my show, so sometimes I will send a topic, but even when I have to sit myself down, even though I know the next day I have a big schedule. Now I may feel guilty about not doing certain things after work, but I said I have to start. I started making me a list on my phone, and I say, I'm gonna do these 3 things today, and guess what? I'm gonna be okay with it.
Yeah, just being good with it, yeah.
Yeah, so even with your listening audience, like, men and women, it's okay to make a list and say, hey, you know what? My list doesn't look like I'm doing the most, but I'm going to get a little something accomplished today, a little bit tomorrow, and it's okay to sit down and collect your energy, your thoughts, because mental health is very important.
Yes.
And I heard you talk about this earlier. See, because your children will suffer, your relationship will suffer, your health will suffer. Right. So when you said that, so after all, what have you learned at this point to kind of pace yourself? Because that's what I say, pace yourself. So what are you doing different now to pace yourself?
What I've done different, like I said, when you have those thoughts in your mind, I notice my mind when I'm on overdrive, right? And I listen to my body. I told you, I literally was having a battle. Like my mind, like get up, get up, get up. My body, like no, we chilling, and this is what we doing. I listen to my body. I listen to my extremities. I make sure that I do have a to-do list. And if it's not like that important, I won't stretch myself. So now I literally just check myself. That's what I've been doing different. I check myself. I'm like, okay, do you need to do that? Do you need to go to this place? Even when I'm driving and I feel myself like rushing, like you'll feel like, oh, I'm just trying to get there. I calm myself down. Like you really, it's no rush to get there, or you got enough time. I make sure I do that self-talk because nobody's gonna always be in your ear. You won't have a cheerleader in your ear all the time to say, do this or do that. And so we have to self-govern. And I think that's one of the things I've definitely been doing different. I've been self-governing on a lot of levels and areas in my life. And that's one of them.
Wow. I like that. If I can add something for the ones that are listening, stop sharing your to-do list with everyone. Because what happens is, if you share that to-do list, now I guess you feel like you have to complete these things. I don't care what you have going on
Oh
throughout
yeah,
the
that
month.
pressure.
You don't have, you don't have to tell people that you're trying to be involved with multiple business ventures, things of that nature, because they're gonna call you for an update, right? So now when they call for the update, even though you know you're heading for a burnout, you have to get this accomplished because I said I would.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Stop sharing your to-do list with everybody. It's for you.
That's
It's
real
for you
good.
only.
Yeah.
If you got 2 or 3 things on it, it's okay. I have, and I'm not going to take up too much of the time, but I have witnessed. I have been around relatives and people I have been in relationships with, and I would listen to the phone calls, and they would go back and forth, and it was almost like, hey, well, they would listen to the other person. Oh yeah, so I'm doing this, that, and that other, and before you know it, another phone call come in, and you're saying yes when you really wanted to say no. I have enough on my plate right now. Right. So sometimes we are a victim for our own burnout.
That is the truth. Oh yeah, it's definitely self-inflicted. Definitely self-inflicted.
So stop sharing your to-do list with everyone.
Yeah.
They're not there when you write it down, right?
So they don't know.
Show it to everyone. Right. They don't have to know. You don't have to feel obligated to complete these things by the end of the day, the month, whatever, because now someone's going to check back in. Burnout is very real.
Yes.
And I had been a victim of that also. So when it's something, and I'm going to share this with men and women, especially guys, when it's something small in your life, but because, like you said earlier, you're on the brink of a burnout, that something small would turn into something big. Definitely. Right?
Yeah, definitely. It's snowball.
It's a snowball. So I really like this one, and I'm hoping that a lot of people are listening to this show.
Just make sure you share. You know, everything that I put my energy to is just to better my sisters and brothers. We all sisters and brothers, no matter what you believe, no matter your color, no matter your age. You know, we all family, and so if we can love each other like we love ourselves, that would be ideal. That's God's commandment, and so that's what I try to live by, definitely. So that's why I bring these titles, and I appreciate your call. That was some really good information.
Oh yeah, thank you too.
Yeah, that was some really good information.
I'll say this is some community building topic.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to do that, right?
Definitely.
Because our communities need some basic, some real major rebuilding.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk to you. Hey, what's going on, Miles? I know Miles listening.
No, he's not here. But thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, you keep up the great work, because you've helped me out a lot. So I appreciate you, okay?
Hey, Chef, this is Joe.
Oh, Joe said hey.
Oh, what's up, Joe?
I knew that was your voice.
Yes, it's good hearing your voice also. Q, thank you for that topic. I'm going to continue to listen.
Yes.
But I'm going to give somebody else a chance to call in who may want to.
All right, cool. Thank you. The number here is 313-855-5737. 313-855-5737. If you have some things that helped you while you were going into a burnout, or if you come out of a burnout, or if you have some tips, you guys can call in as well. This is a live show where I take your calls and we can kick it. 313-855-5737. So again, the signs of burnout, like I was saying, they're real subtle, and they come in, as time goes on, and we want to be careful with that. So, did you know that there was a job burnout? Like, you can literally be burnt out, like, with your job, and you may have to take a leap of faith and remove yourself. But don't do that until you have another job, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure you set yourself up. But guess what? This is your life. It is your journey. And so if you are not working and fitting in where you're working at, and it is burning you out, stressing you out, go back to the drawing board, figure it out, what it is that you want to do. So burnout is a syndrome conceptualized as resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. It is characterized by 3 dimensions: feelings of energy depletion and exhaustion, increased mental distance from one's job, or feeling of a negative cynicism relating to one's job. So jobs can start the burnout. It can be all the burnout. I mean, it's a big part of the snowball. So the side effects are excessive stress, fatigue, insomnia. You can't get any sleep, sadness, anger, irritability. Like I was stating before, sometimes we can take out our frustrations on other people. Alcohol or substance misuse. I just feel like the whole world right now is smoking, and it's so irritating that I can't even get a breath of fresh air, like everywhere. Everywhere you go, everybody's smoking weed. So heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, these are just some of the signs of that. So there is a difference between laziness and burnout, as laziness is a history of no participation or dedication, but rather inaction, a lack of interest. But burnout is a result of too much work and stress intensity. So there is sometimes we can be procrastinating so much that we get lazy. That's not considered burnout. So there is a fine line between that, between stress and burnout. I'm going to give you a couple of those ways. So stress is characterized by over-engagement, while burnout by disengagement. So burnout will have you like, man, no, I ain't doing nothing. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm close my door, cut my phone off, cut my light off. When stress, you can just overdo yourself. So, that's the thing. So stress produces a loss of energy. Burnout, you have a loss of motivation, ideals, and hope. So if you start to feel hopeless and, usually you're very creative and things of that nature, you can be headed toward a burnout. Stress leads to anxiety disorders, and burnouts lead to detachment and depression. So these are some of the things you want to watch for. Make sure you keep an eye on that. Stress may kill you prematurely, and burnout may make life seem not worth living. Both of them are horrible. Both of them can do damage to your life, as a whole. So make sure you be mindful of that. Make sure you take account on how you feeling and what's going on, even the words that's coming out of your mouth. So people are feeling overworked and undervalued as we navigate through this pandemic. I said it. It's a pandemic. This was. Not gonna go there. It's another show. I spoke to a guy. I went in. Where did I go? Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. Why all of them got to be ghetto though? I'm like, dang. Can y'all? I know you're making a couple dollars. You making at least 11. You don't have to be like. For real. I want to do some training for Family Dollar. I went in this Family Dollar and I'm like, hey, how you doing? This man said, underworked, underpaid, he went all the way in and then said, but I'm here. Dang. I said, gee, you want to pray? Like, God, sir, like you make me want to pull the violin out. What's going on? Like, you working. Some people not even working. But for him to have that immediate spiel, like underworked, underpaid, under this, I was like, wait a minute, sir. Everybody ain't like that now. He said, you know how it is. No, I don't. I'm optimistic. I'm sorry. I can't agree with you there. But the heroes have turned into zeros. And they are, they made them disposable. They not disposable. They're not disposable. Again, shout out to my essential workers. You guys are not disposable. You mean something. And if you don't want to get the vaccine, that doesn't mean you don't care about the people. I said it. Period. Sick of this bullying going on, this division. At first it was, oh, hell, y'all want to give them lunch and everything. And now it's like, oh, you don't care about the people and you shouldn't have a job. And people are so evil sometimes. It's so sad. It's like, come on, y'all. We got to do better. Like I said, the fast food chains, they're losing customers because the staff don't want to come to work. People not coming to work. Plant jobs, they make a lot of money, but they complain for different reasons because I work at the plant, so I know what's up. But it is a way to stay away from the negativity and really just, do your job and look at things with a little bit more of a thankful and grateful heart. Just seeing like, I got a job, you make good money. But the atmosphere can be crazy and it can be stressful, so I get it. But that doesn't give us a reason to always be complaining and just be going crazy. But this can lead to burnout if you allow your atmospheres to shift your energy. You can lead. It is like our essential workers, I'm sure they're fatigued. I'm sure. I talked to a few, and a few of them are my friends, and they feel some type of way. And I have no idea. I used to work in the medical field as a phlebotomist, and this was before the pandemic. So I know if it was like crazy before, I can imagine how it is. So all of the people that you guys are working in the hospital, I just want to give all of you guys a shout out. People that are delivery drivers, truck work, people that drive the trucks, they can have burnouts, you all over the place because there's such a big demand. But take time for yourself, please. If you hear nothing else I'm saying today, make sure you take time for yourself. Our lifestyle and personality traits have a lot to do with how we choose to spend our downtime and view the world around us. So ask yourself, are you a perfectionist and you have the tendencies like nothing is ever good enough? Because that will drive you crazy in itself. A pessimistic view of yourself and the world, always negative, always looking at stuff just weird. The need to be in control, reluctant to delegate to others, that can lead to burnout. You want to do everything, and I get it. Because, when people say if you want something done right, you do it yourself, right? I get it. But a lot of times we need to delegate those responsibilities. Or are you high achieving? A lot of times we're living up to the standards that our parents gave us or, other people, or people look so highly of you that you have to, keep this persona up when really you're burnt out. I'm just going to say, take the time for yourself. Take the time. Pull back. So some of these are personal, and like I said, we can choose to change these views. Just because it was put on us from somebody or the world itself, that doesn't mean we have to choose it and embrace it and live it out. So I want you to be mindful of that. So Mark 8 and 36, it says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" So when you think about your will, your emotions, your intellect, everything that you are, if you are burnt out because you are trying to gain the world, you're trying to gain popularity, you chasing the bag, and you got a couple quarters. I mean, work towards your goal, but make sure you checking what you're doing and why you're doing it, because what would it profit us if we do all of this and our day come and it's time to answer for what have you done with the gifts God has given you? It's time for you to answer for that, and you have nothing. That's a travesty. That's horrible. And guess what? Nobody can come back and tell you nothing. Nobody can come back from the dead and say, live on purpose, live on your purpose. Nobody can do that. So we got to just encourage each other. It's a purpose for all of us. And I personally believe the purpose is to choose, to understand, to find out the creator of your soul, the power that's within you, so that you can bless others. I believe everybody has that purpose. Everybody. You can do something for anybody and everybody. You don't need a title. You don't need nothing. You just use the power that's in you. We all have it, but you have to tap into it. And we're so distracted with the outside world, with the social media. We're so distracted with everything else that purpose has been put on the back burner for the dreams and, how everybody making it like go after what, go after this and go after that. But we missing the main thing. If you leave this earth today, have you done what you were put here to do? And if you don't know, that's something that you need to take that time out, pull back from a couple things so you don't be burnt out, so that you can walk right on into that. Slow down. So this is your journey. Like, you can take as much time as you need, and I don't think people really, really understand that. Like, a lot of businesses, a lot of things, a lot of money, fame, whatever it is that you're looking for, it happened for people at different times in their life. And you can be 50, you can be 60. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson, shoot, he was old in the mug when he started. He had a little rough time. Kentucky Fried Chicken, he was in his late 50s. Like, it's like, what time are you on? That, that we have to run around like chickens. I was that. Do you hear me? And that's why I can speak about it, because we are literally running around in a circle chasing our tails. So it's really not a good look. So Ecclesiastes 9:11, the race is not given to the swift or the battle to the strong, but him who endures to the end. So what's your end? That's all you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about nothing else and nobody else, what your mama, daddy did, your grandma did, nobody else. This is your journey. You have to take the time that's allotted for you. You have to figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing. This is no time limit on this. We going crazy because we getting this external pressure, when really you just need to look at, let me slow down, let me digest what I'm doing, and let me make sure it all go together. Because we can literally be all over the place looking crazy. You telling everybody all this stuff you doing, and you look crazy. You over here fixing cars, you work at the hospital, you over here, you down the street, you got an ice cream truck, you doing this, you look crazy. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. There is not an age or gender or circumstances that can't have a great outcome. And again, it's your time. It's okay. It's okay. This is your life. This is your journey. And I cannot stress that enough. This is your life. It is your journey. So don't be pressured with, oh, I need to be married at this time, or, oh, I don't have a wife at this time, or I don't have kids. Did you see the news? This lady was 50 years old, had a baby, her first baby, and the daddy was 61. And I pray that baby get all the love as long as they here on this earth, because that's all that's going to matter. But guess what? 50 years old, she didn't give up. He didn't give up. I don't know what he was thinking, but it happened in the Bible. We got to believe that it can happen now, right? We can't pick and choose what we want to take out the Bible. Well, they was like 190. Sarah was 90 when she had a baby. What? So this lady young, 50 years old, having a kid. But my point is, it don't matter. This is your journey. This is your time to do what you need to do. Take your time and be intentional with your time. That is so important. So if it's job related, I want you guys to think about a few things, a few ways to kind of move around with this burnout. Evaluate your options. So as we wrap this up too, if you guys want to call in, 313-855-5737. Give you a couple of ways to check this. So evaluate your options. Discuss specific concerns with someone who can help. When I say evaluate your options, everybody, go to the supervisor, go to somebody, and everybody like, oh, they ain't doing that. Go to somebody can help. When people come to me at my job, or if I hear somebody that want to complain, I ask them the necessary questions. Who did you talk to that can help the situation? And they be like, oh, I ain't get a chance to go. What? I ain't the one. You're not about to dump your trash on me, and you haven't even taken the necessary steps to get an outcome that you're looking for. Stop letting people dump the trash on you, because then you taking that energy and you moving along with it, and that can cause your burnout as well. So evaluate that. Evaluate your options. Who can help? Who can help you in your situation? As I stated last week, there is something for everything. You have help for everything. Your groceries, your house, picking up your kids, you got transportation, you got, all of these different things. Who can help you? That's, do that, sit down, count the cost, and see if your funds can afford the help. I pray that, you good with that. But see who can help and seek support. A lot of people are, got this mentality, this strong man, strong woman, I don't need nobody mentality. Guys, it's okay. It takes a village for all of us, not just for the kids, but all of us. I need you. I hope you need me. And however I need you, I hope I'm helping. And if we have that mentality, we won't walk around with these chips on our shoulders. We will look for help. We will seek help. We will ask for help. I ain't no shame in my game. Sit me at a table with people that know more than me, because, honey, I'm leaving out of there with notes. You hear me? Pen always ready with a paper and a pad. Try a relaxing activity. So you can do yoga, go get a massage, do some prayer, quiet yourself, meditation, whatever it is that works for you. But try a relaxing activity. Like, people feel like going out is like, I'm hanging out with my day off. It's really not going out, because it takes a lot of effort. And if you're not going by yourself, you got to deal with other people. And if you're going out, you have to deal with all these external things that you don't have control over. So it still affects you. So just be mindful of where you do spend your time when you do. Not saying you can't, do you, but I'm just saying a lot of that stuff still affects us. And I don't think, we really realize it. I'm real sensitive in the spirit, so I feel people literally. Like, literally, I went to the dentist office, and the guy, the doctor, and his help was beefing. I'm like, how y'all gonna be? I need suction. And he over here dragging my mouth down. Wait a minute, brother, now. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm feeling this energy, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that stuff. Like, now I see why people be in the crib, doors closed, because when you sensitive to people like that, it is, I can feel you, so I know how to pray for you, but I can also feel you and feel the awkwardness as well. So I don't want to say give and curse, but, because it's a blessing to be able to do that. But try some relaxing activities. Get some exercise. Get out the house, or make an area in your basement, a little area, and work out. Sometimes you're going to have to just do it. I know everybody's not strong-minded, because I have my times where I'm like, okay, I'm fast this week. And then I'll be like, oh, I ain't prepared, so I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I'm going to do it next week. So we got to mentally, do this thing, y'all, for real. So get some rest. Get some rest. I told you I was, freaking out during this holiday season. I was sitting there no, get up. I looked crazy. I know I did, because I was like, nope, I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. And the bed was so comfortable. My body started hurting, because I'm not used to laying in the bed. I'm used to getting up. I'm gone, by 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up at 4. So I just tried to sleep in. It was like, nope. Get up. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting up. I'm laying here. Well, you need to be doing this, and look, how you gonna get to where you're trying to go if you ain't doing this and this and this and that? And it's like, no, at this time, I need to just chill. And that's what I did, and whatever's gonna come, I'm gonna have another time to do that. So plan your rest if you need to. And last but not least, mindfulness. Listen to the Holy Spirit and throw out the negative thoughts. I want to leave you guys with this scripture, 2 Corinthians 10:5. Casting down imaginations, every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. If you are a believer, I am encouraging you to pick up your word. Pick your Bible up. Look up some scriptures that goes hand in hand with whatever you're feeling in your mind and your heart. If you need to put it on your phone, make that time and read your word. We cannot give the social media more time than we give in our soul, our spirit, our relationship with God. It's so important. Get a Bible that you can understand, because I know everybody they don't like the thee, the thou, and the thuses. But for me, it don't even matter. I feel like the other ones are a little bit more watered down, but find you a Bible and read your word. Everything that's going on in the world right now, it's in the Word. It's everything. Everything. In the way that we should be conducting ourselves, it's in the Bible. So it's nothing in the external forces in this world, in this life, that can give you the answers that you need. I'm talking to believers. If you say that you believe in God, if you say you believe in Christ, I'm talking to you. Pick up your Bible, read your word, feel your spirit. Feel your spirit. The flesh is the eyes, we full, but our spirits need so much more. And in this daytime and hour, and what's happening right now, you need that word. And I believe with everything in me that will help you navigate through your life, and that will help if you're going through burnout. So I pray that this information, if it helped one person, it's done its job. I want to let you guys know I love you to life, and there is nothing you can do about it. Meet me here next week, every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Come and get these good vibes, this good energy. Come on with it. Peace.